And as always, even though we're recording a bit later than always, we're recording. So,
Yes,
we,
we are.
as always, I am one of your hosts, Sleepy Witch, joined by.
DJ Azure, the 2.5D here talking tuber. The only reason why I sound super hyped up is because I have just finished a coffee, so I have caffeine energy. So yeah,
You have late night caffeine energy.
which is the worst, honestly. I have no idea why I did this. This is the worst idea. I mean, like, I don't even need to. Like, I actually got good sleep last night because, like, I wasn't even sure I was gonna be able to record today because I've just been like just grinding out Final Fantasy.
Yeah, we've been meaning to record the Ultraman Rising review, just haven't done it because he's been at it.
Yeah, like just endlessly playing Final Fantasy 14. Like that's all I did. Like I think I the game had what's it called? The game had early access on Friday, 2 a.m. Pacific. I did 24 hours on a stream right after that, like as it launched. And then I think I did like another 14-hour stream the next day, a 12-hour stream the next day, about a 10-hour stream the next day. So like I've probably clocked about like maybe about 72 hours over the past week. Yeah.
Intense.
Yeah, it's real bad. But that's not why we're here. Final Fantasy 14 is not why we're here. We're here because of my other addiction.
Yeah, and starting with this episode of Kamen Rider Gotchard. The fact that we start on a conversation between the kings in which Girion immediately just comes in and he's like, I'm the reason you don't have that power back. That went
Mhm.
pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
it's
was
like,
really cool just seeing him push himself there, and they're like, "Why are you here?" And he's like, "I'm a king now too."
yep. And he's going for El Dorado.
Yeah, I mean, again, I still think that's a good goal for like the
It
alchemy
is.
season. Like thematically, the bad guy is gold themed, or like
Yeah.
the final bad guy, which also goes back to the hey, in the other future where he won, he's the bad guy, so we get to see him hopefully get taken down two separate timelines.
Yep. And like, despite him, not really having his dolls, he's gonna say, I'm gonna make the other kings his dolls. And like, oh, okay then.
Yep, in time the two of you will be my dolls instead. And I love that they did this overlay with Jermaine's like mask on him.
Oh yeah, it was so sick.
It looks cool. Uh cutting from something that was really cool and really intense to something that was really goofy, we just super glued Rene to the floor.
Yeah, it is hilarious. Like I almost feel bad because Renee hasn't had a chance to like, be super badass. But if it's a way to like, make it so that, we could focus with Isaac, oh sorry, with Sabimaru and stuff like that. This
Yeah,
episode, like,
we were
it's just a way.
I just love that it was basically like, okay, Rene can't be a part of this plot because we're focusing on someone else.
Yeah.
How do we keep her out of this? And it's like, what if we just super glued her to the ground? What?
Yep.
Yeah, no, we're gonna spill some stuff. She's super glued to the ground. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, sure, why not? Uh, but yeah, they spill some freeze in place formula, which I mean, it's cool seeing that in the background, Hotaru is like practicing alchemy and like making concoctions and whatnot.
Yeah. And it's actually really cool, like, like seeing Professor Minato also, like, not be on his ass for like everything, like he wasn't like for the first half until they said you don't need to be this way, we're gonna take care of Giri and like chill.
Yeah,
Like he's been so chill, it's been great, I love it.
yep. But then we got, we head off with Tabimaru because we got word of what we think might be a new Kemi. It's been outlawed to work with them, since Girion, because they said 10 years ago that's when his attack was too. So ever
Yep.
since Girion's shit, it's been forbidden to work on chemis. Uh,
Yeah, I will say it is a little bit goofy, like the whole idea of like saying, "Oh, well," it's like, oh, "Okay, cool, we need to capture all 100 100 chemis. There's 101st chemi. There's it's against law. It's against alchemic law to make more chemis." And then, oh yeah, they were secretly working on the 102nd chemi. Like it's a little goofy, but it's really funny to me now.
it's cool because it's goofy in that way, yeah. But the 100-second Kemi being like a new creation, in addition to like it being something where like they stopped the research because of Girion and they started it back up because Girion was taken out,
Hmm.
was kind of cool. I also, we see that it's Sabimaru's older brother who works on this, and that we see that it's a Kemi that's been transmuted based on an old drawing that Sabimaru did as a kid.
Yeah, that was
So
so
that was
nice.
really cute. I also like that because this Kemi's like incomplete. It keeps switching between the turtle and the cannon form.
Oh yeah, it did. Which we get a really funny like combat for.
Yeah, the
I
combat in this one was like really interesting with him because he's going from like, I'm sorry, I'll protect everything to I'm going to destroy everything.
which makes sense because turtle defense, cannon offense.
Yep. One of the big
But
things
yeah.
here as well is also just the fact that we see all these other kids who are like, we see that Isaac, it's like Isaac version 13, because there's like all these other kids who are also learning and communicating with chemis through this like AI interface.
Hmm.
But also,
Yeah,
man, I need to see the backstory with Samimaru's brother because he is a dick to him.
yeah, just absolutely a dick. Oh
Relentless.
man. Yeah, just absolutely a dick. So yeah, we go to Professor Xavier's School for Gifted Children.
Basically. But
I
yep,
mean, it was like honestly, it was really funny. Like seeing all the kids with their own Isaacs, and then that's Isaac number 13. 13.
yep.
Yeah, it was it was
I
it
love
was, it
how
was pretty funny.
there was like a little girl who kept like bugging Spanner. It's like, I'll show you the secrets, but you got to come play, Shiratori with me, or you're never gonna be a great alchemist like this. I'm already a super grade A alchemist. Okay, don't you know what that means?
Yeah,
It's funny seeing like a kid like not take him seriously at all. But
yeah, he's not a fan of that, but it's great that like whatever, like if I were Toku stats, oh yeah, he lost the battle to a little kid,
oh my god,
just to roast him a little bit more.
yeah. Unfortunately, that has kind of become his greatest position is Spanner the roastable. Uh,
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, let's get all the cool moments I would have given to you and give it to your sister who's having a lesbian relationship with your mom.
or so yeah. Man, whenever they pair them up, I can almost never tell if they're like Lachesis is being more paired up with his mom or whether she's being more paired up with him.
I know, right?
Because in some episodes they make it seem like her and him are like are a little bit more leaning. Some episodes,
Mhm.
like specifically that Kyoko one where it's like, I'm gonna study every part of you. You're like, oh man, like there are kids in the room.
I know, right?
But yeah, we also see that this main researcher lady is being consumed by some sort of like guilt or like just negative feelings because she was working on this research with Girion before. Uh, it was cool seeing Gotchard Fire as well.
Yeah. I mean, like honestly, we got a bunch of stuff that we haven't seen like recently. Like one of the things I'm really enjoying about what they've been doing is that what's it called? Like he's actually using other things that are not just standard. Like it's like I said this before when we were talking about Rainbow when we were talking about Rainbow Gotchard, but like the biggest issue that I had with Build Genius is that he said, "Oh yeah, I have the powers of all the full bottles." Only uses Gorilla Mond.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about the fact that realistically, that was one of those things probably done for like budget reasons. Like,
Yeah.
it's just we've come so far, and like just technology and stuff. I feel like the one thing people always compared when it came out was old comic ninja that basically could only be used every once in a while because having to use that much CG and effects for like
Hmm.
just some basic like, oh, you get teleported here like ninjutsu would have taken
Hmm.
up most of the budget. And then later,
Yeah.
for just like a normal episode, we got Tycoon Ninja, who was like jumping in and out of like buildings and rooms and everything. And it's like, it's just that one is just how technology has advanced to make the shows cheaper and easier to produce.
Yep. Yeah. It's really nice. I'm such a fan
And
of
I love that. Speaking about that, the fact that like, oh hey, the fact that he can make them into writers also means he can make them into the wild forms.
Yes.
That was so
Yes.
cool, and I'm
I
glad
was
they did
just
that.
about to bring that up because the fact that we got was it pirate
Pirate Mad
pirate
Wheel,
yeah, Pirate Mad Wheel or Mad Pirate, that's what it was named.
Mad
Yeah,
Pirate.
Mad Pirate. And the reason why Mad Pirate makes me smile is because that was the first wild form we ever saw, because that's the one that we saw for in the summer movie, the Geet summer movie.
Gotcha,
Like,
gotcha.
yeah, like he it was the first wild form, like
And it's to
back when
be
we were
fair,
like trying to
it's
figure
one
out.
of the only like big wild forms we see like have a full ass like big model and everything, other than like the gun that Rene used.
Yeah, but it's also great too that, like, we do see, like, that sort of wild form as well too, because every other like form, like, we got so many crazy suits this season. Like, the fact that we had, like, was it three big body forms?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, it's insane. Like, was it Denki, or like, yeah, electric something? Oh, that's right. No, we did have another major form. It was the mecha,
right.
in Kyoto.
Yep.
Yeah, we also did have that wild form.
Oh, we'll see if we ever see that. Well, that one was quote unquote like a wild form slash suit. We'll see if that
Mhm.
ever comes back up. But also, I love that he just fucking shoved him in the cannon and shot him out.
Yes, that is what I was. That's also what I was leading up to. Like, talking about, cannon, like, yeah, just cannon turtle, and then, like, just using the cannon, yeah, cannon spanner.
Yep. But
So funny.
the big like info thing here is the fact that he caught the thing. You know, the doctor lady seems injured, and the chemi card, like the chemi, like it gooped out of the card,
Mm-hmm.
and he goops out of the card, and as you see it, we get to see someone in like combat boots and a big cloak walking into the forest.
Yeah, like this is a good setup for, I guess, like, this small, what is it, four episode arc, because this is 42, 43, 44, 45. Yeah, yeah, like this could make for another good four episodes, because
But
then, we'd have 46, 47, 48, 49, and then I guess 50. So,
yep, and we're
oops,
gonna
okay.
see, you know, we're seeing Girion show up. We're seeing Sabimaru take on Dread next week and being like, Kabadon, lend me your power. I would love if the person who like defeats Dread for the last time does end up being Sabimaru. Because
Yeah,
that would be
dude.
like a nice thematic parallel. The first one who was forced into the suit is the one who destroys it for good.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna give that for you right now, because I'm gonna keep you that I'm gonna hold you to that prediction, because I would love for that, because I would love for them to say next week, I was the first one into this suit. I'm gonna be the one to take it out. I want them to say that now.
Dude, it would be awesome. Maybe it won't happen, but it would be a good bit. Uh, but man,
Yeah.
soon
Oh man.
we're gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
back.
Talking about early writers.
We have seen the new Common Rider Gav suit. Uh,
Yeah, which is shocking, because, before we didn't even have, like, the summer movie, like normally we just get hints at the summer movie of what this looks like. We'll just get a silhouette of some sort. We'll just have just an entire rumor mill of things, and
yep,
it's like
and we got the
we
full
didn't get
ass like
yeah,
official
we didn't get the
image.
hype cycle. Like, it's weird. They just oh yeah, here's the suit.
Yep. Uh, well, here's the thing. So color scheme wise, it's purple and
Oh
yellow,
yeah,
so it looks good.
it
Basically,
does.
I'm looking at Boon Violet. It looks good. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
but
like,
specifically, you know, the image that that they've released is showing us the kick, and I love the fact that for a gummy rider, he's got like a fucking gummy kick.
the big boot.
The big
Yes.
boot, baby. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm sure that's gonna be like the big boot is gonna be like maybe like a kick only thing.
Yeah.
Because you know
I
in the set photos he was holding it like separately, so it's probably like when he kicks, he turns into the gummy foot.
mhm. Like, I'm so curious about it. Also, I made okay, so mostly because I basically just readapted a meme, um, and it's one of my favorite things. Like, just like, and apparently the Gap driver is sentient. So
Sentient. Okay,
apparently,
cool, cool.
yeah. So I did the old meme joke. I made a tweet about this, like, going, Gav driver rider, cool question. Why do you have teeth? Gav, to protect the tongue. Rider, cool. Hey, I got a second question.
What the yeah,
I
understandable.
love that meme so much, because, like, because Final Fantasy 14 has the ruby weapon, and it's like, kind of like this kind of semi-mechanical biomechanical monster, and it actually does have teeth. So people were joking around about saying it was like using the whole, why does it have teeth? to protect the tongue. But it's also really funny too because the like the tweet that I basically edited that from was from my favorite show of what is it, winter 2024, Bang Braver, and apparently because he actually does have teeth. This super robot has teeth, and the character design the character designer Obari, who's famous, even responded on Twitter saying he has a tongue too. So it's like, why do you need this? But I'm getting sidetracked mostly because I really just like the idea that we have another driver that has a mouth,
Yeah,
and
here's
it's
the
so
thing.
cute.
I like this driver more than I thought I would, because when I saw those leaks with the teeth, I was
Mhm.
like, oh, this is kind of gross.
Yeah,
I don't like it as much. It ends up being a lot more subtle, and I've seen people talking about how it also kind of looks like a Torii gate,
I didn't think about that.
where it looks like, yeah, one of those big red gates.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Ooh.
The other big thing I've seen people talking about is that his like faceplate looks kind of like it's a tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Oh, I didn't
maybe
think about that either.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it
the
looks like a
face plate.
tooth. You see like the little root stuff. Like, those are like his little ears. And then because at the end of the day, Kamen Rider and Super Sentai are always about teaching like values to kids. And so they
Mm.
were talking about how because he's a candy rider, maybe he's going to be like a dentist in the way X8 was about like a doctor. And
Hmm.
so I've seen people be that
Maybe.
maybe he could be like dentist themed, and it's going to be one of those like, oh, you can have candy, but you need to have it in moderation kind of thing. The funniest thing about the dentist jokes is the like memes about that I've seen about some people being that like his berserk form is going to be cavity themed.
If we do lean into this dentist idea, I'm okay with it now. Because I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. But
Yeah,
like
I don't know how that's going to be, but
but I'm actually really curious because like are we going to get a fake happy season or a fake goofy season, aka Gaim, or are we gonna get, you know, more Gotchard essentially?
no idea. The big thing that I'm seeing, or that I'm seeing, and I'm hoping for, is just that like they don't worry about it and like they do whatever they're wanting to do.
Yeah.
I feel like not worrying about the previous season specifically is the best way to keep things going around. And
Mm.
also, really specifically, I don't. Oh man, I don't remember if I sent this to you or if we talked about it, but we did get announced that like a bunch of the people on this thing, it was like that it's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure like the Geats fight coordinator is going to be on Gav, and there was like a bunch of people who are coming back from a couple different tokusatsus to work on Gav.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't really look at the production stuff, and I'm like,
And so
oh.
so really specifically the dude who coordinates the whatchamacallit, the Geats fight being back, that goes incredibly hard because the
Mm-hmm.
Geats fights really looked fantastic. Some of those
Yes.
shots looked so beautiful. I would say if there's one thing that it's maybe the disappointment a little bit in Gotcha compared to Geats, because I think they're two different kinds of stories, and so I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
compare them one to one. But like the visual in Geats in some points hit like next level. Like I still think about specifically that like card shot where all the cards scattered, and we get that
Yes.
like frozen in time shot. Like there were so many like beautiful shots in Keats, and
Yeah.
especially in the choreography. So I'm excited to see that guy working
Yeah.
on again.
Like
I want to see him.
while we technically in a sense get wrestling matches with Gotchard, where it's like it moves from like key move to key move to key move, while Geats was like, okay, we're gonna it does wrestling in the other way where it's not carnival wrestling, where it's like, we're gonna tell the story through the fight and then end it with the big move instead of just going from signature move to signature move to signature move.
Right.
Yeah, I can see what you mean by that.
Yeah, and I just again I want to let that guy let that guy do his thing because he was doing fantastic. Super excited about the popping gummy. The driver again with the teeth looks a lot cuter than I thought it was going to, and the little like candy thing that he puts
Yeah, the
inside
little
is very
gummies look
cute. The little
so
gummy
cute.
looks very cute. Uh,
Also, do you I'm actually curious, like, what do you think the theme is gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be animals, or do you think it's gonna be hmm
I have no idea. I thought I saw some stuff that it's all like food themed, and so like it's gonna be like
Food or fruit?
food.
Okay.
And so we have stuff like I thought I saw some people be like, oh yeah, we have like gummies, chips, and like there were like a couple of things like other candies that had already been like confirmed or something like that.
Ooh, yeah. I haven't actually looked. I haven't looked in too much to it. So.
Yeah, I've only seen it on the side, but it's he's his motif is supposed to be something where it's like that, so it's gonna be like gummies, chips, candy, like lollipops and stuff.
Mhm.
So we'll see. But
Yeah.
in general, pretty excited. The suit is, man, you know, I just really, really love the base Gotchard form. So
Yeah.
I don't
Like I.
like it as much as I like the base Gotchard form, but I
Mhm.
think I really like the Geet suits, and I love the Gotchard suits so much more. Uh,
I'm kind of hoping that this is kind of like the peak of the suits, honestly, for Gav. Mostly because like we've had such strong first suits.
right.
Like we're just like it's like you kind of don't want to see it upgraded because like saying it doesn't look as good because like double magnum did not look great, or like just even boost magnum, not magnum boost magnum didn't look as good as magnum boost.
I mean, we'll see. It's
Yeah.
one of those things where it's just like we'll just see what they do and how they do it is really going to be the big thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, still excited, still looking cool, still looking good. No, like I don't look at it and I don't like hate it or anything. It's just that like I really really like Steam Hopper.
Yeah. Man, yeah, Steam Hopper was great, especially when you first saw it, and it's like, whoa, what the heck?
Well,
They're just using
and
all this shiny plastic. That thing's gonna get scratched up to all holy hell, but oh my god, this looks gorgeous.
no, yeah, it's beautiful. And then like really specifically going just because we're talking about Steam Hopper. Again, it just gave me like a very like Digimon vibe, and then finding out it's like a high school uh like a high school themed season. I'm like, oh, that fits because this looks like a younger suit. But
Yeah. Like like my favorite crack theory is that the kid from the gummy commercials, like the really really big gummy commercials, is gonna be our writer because it's been 10 years since he did those gummy commercials. I
bro,
want
if
to
they brought him for that, that would be fucking fantastic. I would lose my
yeah,
mind.
like yeah, like I mean, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if JP would love it as much as us in the West that it just barely have any like real connection to like television personalities. Like we would just absolutely go fucking nuts for it. It's like yeah, it's the Gummy Kid, yeah, like we would freak out.
Yeah, it'd be really funny. But yeah, no. And with that, we haven't gotten to watch it, but we have the official trailer for Ultraman Arc. That's coming out in a couple days. We'll officially start talking about Ultraman again next week.
Yeah,
And
like yeah, the both of us completely didn't realize that there was there was an episode 0 that well, we might have to double talk about that one next week. So
yep,
hopefully,
here's the thing. We're gonna go back to the speed run episodes because we're gonna have because I feel like with our luck an Avalon episode is gonna come out.
oh my
And we're gonna
god.
go back to the because for a little bit we were doing that with it was like Geets, Blazar, King Oger, and uh God,
Oh, Gerard Jasaris,
Gerard,
yeah, when
Jasaris.
we had
It
Jasaris.
was a different YouTube series, and I was trying to remember the name.
Yeah, it's like I only remember Jasaris, but then again, I'm only remembering because I saw a tweet reminding me about Power Morphicon. I'm like, oh right, he's gonna be there,
Yeah, you gonna
and I
go?
need to figure out if I'm gonna have the money to get an autograph because pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's just how it is. But
Yep.
I mean, the main thing, Ultraman Arc looks cute. I love the little robot guy. But
Yes.
the big thing from the official trailer is that we do get to see him in like different suits.
Yeah, it's crazy. We already have a bunch of suits.
Yeah,
So like
I
yeah, so this is like already different from this is already different from Blazer where it's like, we just had one suit and like the most we got was an extra was an armor.
yep, like an arm or a weapon on the side.
Yeah, but at the same time, we got such cool kaiju, and apparently, like, what is it? They only reuse like 2 kaiju.
Something like that. I'm super
Yeah.
excited because I know from the other little preview we talked about, there was this one kaiju that just looked super sick in the trailer for in the like original trailer for Arc.
Hmm.
So I'm excited to see him.
Yep, and just like Supro, it is gonna have a dub as well too.
Yep.
But
Yep.
but yeah, it's also like we also get official,
Just the fact that again
action.
we get the official episode is so
Yeah,
nice.
exactly.
I know. I think
Maybe.
the Blazar Blu-rays are gonna be coming out soon too, or they like
Hmm.
just came out.
Yeah, me angry at Toei for 2 things now.
Me angry at Toei for a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Sorry. I'm just still angry because my favorite anime of spring 2024 was Girls Band Cry,
Mm-hmm.
and that did not get like they. What's the worst part about it? They had songs for like a year, and they had official English subs for these songs. They had the trailers officially subbed, but it wasn't licensed to anyone for last season. So I had to rely on other means of watching that show, and I'm super angry that I had to do that again because Toei, I guess, didn't want us to have the best show licensed last season.
Yeah. No.
But I'm
And
getting sidetracked. But it's mostly just
I
just me
think
roasting
because
them for
it's
this kind of
Toei,
stuff.
and again Toei. Just while we're roasting Toei, I gotta come out in this,
Yeah.
dude. They did not release a Blu-ray for Digimon Ghost Game. Fuck that. They were just
What?
apparently they put out a thing being like apparently someone went to an investor meeting to ask about it, and they were basically like they just didn't feel like diluting the brand or something. They didn't think it was gonna sell well, so they just would rather not release it at all. And you know, I'm angry about that because I really like Ghost Game. I watched all of that. That's another one that that there was no good way to watch at first. I think it got like an official release later, but and now it's like yeah, there's no Blu-ray, and so I can't even get it because that would have been what I wanted for my collection. And it's like nope, fuck that. But
Oh
anyway,
man, yeah.
Boom
It's like
Boonjas.
it's like I already know what I'm writing in the description for this episode.
Yeah, sure, I gotcha. Uh,
But in other, more depressing news, we have Boone Violet's backstory.
we
Let's
have the Boone
go.
Violet episode. Oh my god. Uh,
Woo!
this episode starting off with him being he got called over to the Hashalians last time. They're like, we have a job for you to do. I'm pretty expensive, and they're like, the first job's free. It's like, yeah, I already did my first job.
Yep.
That was funny.
Oh man.
But also the I love that we're getting like some more background to like Itasha. Apparently she was a pickpocket.
Yeah, but man, I loved, dude. The Sun Cedars. This episode were so active. This episode, they had so much fun.
Yeah.
I love the Sun Eaters, but unfortunately, it looks like I mean, I didn't really rewatch the opening, but it looks like because he doesn't join until the end of this episode. Spoilers. Yeah, we didn't get the Boone Violet in the opening
I
yet.
know, dude. I've been waiting for it, and I've just been so sad that like they've been making me wait for it. But
Yeah,
I also just I love Yarukar. I love looking at him just fly around.
yeah. I
Very
mean,
dope.
like I just love that. Honestly, I just love props like that where they could just have fun with it and just literally just do whatever they want with it. It's so much fun.
Yep.
But
I also
like,
just in general have been loving how like almost meta Itasha and the other dude have been, and her and Yarukar where like they've been like they get beat up and they fly away and they're like, "Yep, that's to be expected," or like, "Doesn't this seem really familiar? Almost like we do this every week."
yeah,
And
yeah.
I just love how like meta they've been getting with them a little bit.
I mean, considering who wrote the show,
Yep.
yeah, like there's a reason why we were calling them Team Rocket for like for a while until I remembered, to call them the Sun Eaters.
Yep. But
Uh,
we get a very sick Violet versus Red fight. I love that he keeps calling him like Red Sun.
yeah, it's like I respect you to a point. I respect you as a combatant, but I don't respect you as a person.
Yeah. And oh man. The fight looks good. The choreography was great. I love
Yeah.
that they like it's like multiple times they stop at the like guns pointed at each other.
Yeah, I love how yeah, I really loved how they do that in and out of suit. But like we do get the backstory. Where pretty much everyone abandoned Sakato.
Yep.
Yeah, just
As a kid, he only had one friend. And man,
mhm.
I love when we get like the emotional scenes and like they're in suits. So we just see like the character like in a blank void.
Yeah,
But yeah, after
like
after his family and after everyone's gone, he yells out to the sky, and
mhm.
Bune Diesel comes out and is basically like, "What do you want?" It's like, "I want to go,"
Yeah,
and he just
exactly.
takes
And
him
like
with him.
yeah, and like the look of pain, like saying yes, like I've been abandoned by everyone, so I'm gonna do whatever. And then it's like, and then basically just says like I'm a cleaner, and we do all this cleaning stuff. Yeah, just
You
anything.
know,
Yeah,
maybe the cleaners
and
at the, and then like I love that compared to the like, oh, I love that he's like, I was out there, why are you doing what you do? And he's like, I'm doing what specifically, Taya's like, I'm doing what I want to, so that if I ever hear anyone crying out like you, I'll be able to help them.
yeah, exactly. And it goes back to when he met his mentor, and his mentor's yeah, mentor like saying yeah, you turned out to be a good guy, didn't you? And it's like yeah, like like we still don't know shit about Taya.
We don't that much. Oh man. So like we find out that the rare Matsubashu card is not his dad. That's like his best friend's card that
Yeah,
he ended up
exactly.
with, he ended up with big quotation marks before he left.
Yeah. And
Uh
it's like he kind of regrets it, like having it still
yep.
forever.
Yep. So that was interesting. I thought that was cute because I was thinking that this was like, oh, that's like his dad or something, and that's why he's
Yeah,
got the
same here.
suit.
Because I mean, it was purple colored and everything.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, the whole bit was that like that was a card from someone that he, who was his only friend, and he ended up theming his costume after it.
yeah,
But
so yeah, so there is a reason for like it being purple and him being purple. Yeah, like they bamboozled us a little bit.
yeah, it was cool though. I loved. Damn, his actor was going so hard. Like he looks so fucking sad.
Yeah, like
This
yeah, it's really
episode.
yeah, like when yeah, we see his best friend getting attacked by the sword
Auto
auto
monster.
monster again. And then like it's like just the look of like pain of like no, don't hurt them. And then like the look of like just like I don't want to admit the relief that I feel
Yep.
because of like everyone else saves him because like
Yep.
apparently like they're like yeah Bundi was like it's like I was like I wouldn't have been able to save them all myself. So thank you guys.
Yep, they all got saved because they were ready, and I love that we get the like, oh yeah, Taya knew you were coming to fight him, so we were like on standby.
Yep. And then my favorite part about this is that it's just that Break says, "Oh yeah, I procured this for you," and basically returns him the card that that Natasha stole.
I love that bit because Break definitely has like a little bit of like a thief, vibe. And I
Yeah.
love I love that we get to see, his old, school friend and like his wife and his kid, and they get to see each other, and it's like, Sakito, you know, don't worry, I'll protect everyone. Like, and his friend like sees him and he's like, is that Sakito? And then we get like the full Boon Boonja transformation.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man. And like it's like I love how he transforms, like the way that he like like really like it's so dynamic.
And
Like
I love how these three keep going. You're gonna make enemies out of us? Yeah, you don't want to do that. It's gonna be real scary as they're hiding behind the auto monster.
yeah. I love the Sun Eaters so much.
The Sun Speeders are
Oh,
so good, okay? I hope
yeah.
that they're here the whole series.
Same. Like the other thing too is that like even they seem to be tired of like being bossed around by the generals. So it's like
Yep.
it's even funnier.
And I love that Chief Gerenborg shows up to be like, no, no, no. Are
Yeah,
you gonna be
like
here to become some sort of superhero? It's like, I don't give a shit about Earth. I'm protecting the one guy who lives here and his family.
exactly. And it's like it's still exactly like it's still on brand for him. He's
Yep,
like,
yep.
like yeah, since his first appearance, he's like saying, "I don't care about Earth. I don't care about Earth," and
And
all
then
that stuff.
I love Ty. He's like, you've got me heated up with this. I'm your client. I want you to fight with us. And we get this like, you've got yourself a cleaner. And they do the fucking awesome like fist bump, like arm bump
Yes.
into the
Yeah.
transformation, and then we get
Yeah.
we get like the full Bune with the Boon Boon. He does like his full Boon Boon change, and this time I really like the pose he did for this one because like before he's kind of had like he like points it out to the side, he's almost like gesturing to it, but the one with
Mhm.
it like on his back looks super cool.
Yes. Yeah. Like he's like crouched forward, like
Yep.
it's so sick.
And then
I
we
like
get the
it's
six
such a good
person
build up.
roll call.
Ah.
So good. Uh,
Yeah, especially considering that we came from a season where we
we're
only got 2 roll calls.
we got like three total or something because I think we might have
Yeah.
gotten one in the movie or something.
Yeah. And right actually I'm okay, you know what? I'm going to say this right now. Please give me my helmet list at the end of this season. I need a helmet list, man.
I don't know how
I need
these
a helmet
helmets. I
list.
don't know how these helmets are gonna work with that though.
No. I mean, no, it can work for a helmet list. Like, but I mean, like, I just want them to do a helmet list transformation, like,
I hope so.
so bad.
I love that we with how cool this was. We also got the shot of fucking Boondarios, six Boonboongers. Now that's cranked up. He's so
Yeah,
excited. I love how excited fucking Boondario gets just at the fucking shot, like at the.
yeah,
Anyway, we get as always a really stellar fight with them doing a bunch of shit. But like the big thing here is, first of all, I love that when Yarukar flies off to like beam this man, Itasha's just like waving like bye Yarukar, have fun.
it's like I know, right?
But
I
then
love.
the big reveal when it gets turned into a giant sword, it becomes the fucking sword for the Boon Boon killer robot.
Yeah. Ah.
Also,
Oh
Itasha's
man.
driving today.
Yeah.
Dude, this is so cool, and I hope that this means that like the auto monsters are basically going to end up being like car upgrades for the mech in the future.
Dude, I hope so. I mean, honestly, the way that this is, like, I kind of do hope they do the Team Rocket thing a little bit, where like by the end, like, okay, you know what? Maybe Wild Speed is a little too evil. Can we join you guys? Okay, maybe I'm just projecting Don Brothers again, but I mean, still.
I mean, it would be good. I don't dislike them, so it wouldn't be bad. I think the
Yeah,
big thing too is also this gives us a way that they're like involved in the fight. They fight, but because it's just the robot being destroyed, we don't have to worry about them being killed.
exactly. Yeah,
Uh, the sword being able to fly was really kind of cool.
yeah.
And also the fucking fact that we get the Boon Diesel show up
Mm-hmm.
to cover Boondaria's back was cool. The
Yeah.
real team up.
Oh man, but I mean, I thought this was gonna be the one where we get to see both of them combined, but I think maybe that's a little bit too early.
It
We had
doesn't
2
even it
episodes of
doesn't seem like that's happening even next week because the next week we get to see the plane or the like race car thing on Bundaria, but I don't think that's the full combination.
yeah, but of course, oh, and not only that, because we need to, because let me just double check here. Uh, that is next episode's airing on the 7th, so it literally is Tanabata. So yeah, we are
Ooh,
getting our Tanabata episode literally. And
nice.
I'm a little worried about this one because I know we skipped it. I know we skipped to the next episode preview, but the fact that we have the ISA lady and Bundorio doing the whole Tanabata Orihime and Hikaboshi story, but the way this episode ended with her like saying he knows about the Hishalians, like it's like
Yeah,
oh
yeah, we got her under suspicion because this could be totally above board, and it could be like, oh, we're just gonna ask him for more details, or it could be something really shady, and then into leading the next episode preview where she's like, oh, I love Bundaria, but we can never be together. We are to be fall up. We are star-crossed lovers kind of thing.
literally
Incredibly funny
Tanabata.
because he is not. Uh, because Bundaria does not notice that lady in that way at all.
Yeah,
But
it's,
but we got such a
it's like
cute ending with him, apologizing to his friend for like stealing the card, meeting his
mhm.
family, and getting invited over for tea as like everyone else is like kind of smiling and looking at him. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah. Uh, we're gonna see the wing boom boonja robot. We're gonna see another cool transformation.
mhm.
And okay, is the auto monster looks like a slot machine to me?
Does it?
No, no,
Oh,
it's a bank. It's an ATM. That's
oh,
what it
it's an
is.
ATM. Oh, wait, yeah, and there's the Hashelian, the Hashelian dollars. It looks like on
Yeah,
civilians.
I just thought it would be funny if it was the if it was like a gambling thing, because then it could be we could make a fucking dumb TikTok with that fucking let's go gambling.
Ah,
That fucking
dang it!
sound is stuck in my head. Uh,
I,
but
I I I love that sound mostly because I was introduced to that sound through fighting games, and because like getting into a guest situation is like, let's go gambling. It's like, oh cool, I'll go for a throw. No, and it's like, ah, dang it. Or like you're gonna just block low. No, you get hit high. Ah, dang it. Yeah.
understandable.
Uh, but
But
I mean, it's
with that,
like we're just vibing.
we've gone over a little bit. We will see you guys next week, and thank you as much as always for listening. And we will see you later.
Later.
This program is brought to you by.
Our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
You can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.